Assistant Coach Caleb Ball.
I'd like to welcome everyone to Cyclone Stadium, getting ready for Cyclone and Lady Cyclone soccer. We were scheduled initially for girls varsity first. That changed earlier today because Harrison had called Russellville and said we don't have enough girls for a JV game. And so they switched it up and played a JV boys game instead. The boys game, Cyclones won that one easily. In fact, they scored 5 goals within the first 7 minutes. And, the first 7 minutes ended up playing 2 halves and ended up, that was the final score, 5-0. So we have varsity boys after that, and we'll have varsity girls coming up after the varsity boys. We have the game scheduled for 5 o'clock, but the varsity game ran a little long. JV game ran a little long. So we have time to tell you that Harrison coming in here is Harrison boys at 1-2-2 in conference play, but right now that's good enough to be a half a game ahead of Greenwood for 4th place. Russellville and Van Buren are your top 2 spots. Russellville ahead of Van Buren by a half game. The Cyclones 4-0 in the 5A West. Van Buren 3-0 in the 5A West. Siloam Springs 3-1. Their only loss was to Russellville. Russellville won that game on last week, going up to Siloam Springs and winning 3-0. Cyclones will face off against Van Buren at Van Buren on Friday, and if you check out our Facebook page, we'll have that stream set up for you because Van Buren typically, most of the time, streams their games, so we're hoping they do stream that one. We have a full slate of action across the way over in Hickey Park. The Cyclone baseball and softball teams are in action. Not playing Harrison, though. They're both hosting Alma for doubleheaders. We do know that the Cyclone baseball team was up 6-0 in the first inning. They've had some issues with their stream. And Lady Cyclones also playing Alma. Those are doubleheader conference games, and the only conference games for those teams this week. They play doubleheaders in softball and baseball, and so they'll play 2 games a week, but all on the same night. Soccer, on the other hand, will play 2 games because they do a home and home throughout the year, meaning that the Cyclones will be going to Harrison later this year. But in softball, baseball, they'll just host 2 games and go to Harrison the next year. Russellville in red, Harrison in white. Last time we were here, Mountain Home scored quickly on the Cyclones within the first 2 minutes, had a 1-0 lead, but the Cyclones ended up cruising to a 6-1 victory. At the time, their 3rd conference win. Arias Garcia in the middle there. We'll kind of deflect it over to the side, but the double team gives way to the Goblins. Cyclones taking it back over, right around in the middle 3rd. They'll pass to some open space here. Trying to spread out Harrison a little bit and see if there's an opening. Harrison being more aggressive than the teams we've seen play against the Cyclones. Cyclones 9-3-1 on the season. Giving way here to Charlie Payne. He's going to try to take it just outside the box and to the box and deflect it past the goal line by Harrison. Russellville will have a corner kick coming up. Sometimes the Cyclones will have somebody there close by, but this one they'll send into the box, headed straight up in the air and out of the box by Harrison. Russellville still trying to get possession, and Cade Shamlin will force it back, but keeping possession as he gets it to Gerardo Jimenez. Coming up to challenge Payne again. We have not seen people put pressure on Russellville like this early in conference matchup so far this year. The Cyclones, I think, might like it because they don't like it when teams just sort of pack it in and stay back. They want to spread the field. Shamlin can't get this one. Harrison on the move. Quickly taken back, this time by Jose Escobar. That one deflected out, Jet Bull. Feels like he has an opening. He'll send this one into the box. Russellville, Kaiwan Martinez collects it. Goalie actually crashed into his defender as Kaiwan had turned away. He'll send it across the box, played down by Escobar, back out. Shamlin trying to keep it in check for the Cyclones. This is Charlie Payne. His pass goes off of Escobar and over to the Goblins. Nice takeaway there by Joseph Nava. A late whistle and a foul called on Russellville. Be the first foul of the game. Can we welcome you here to Cyclone Stadium? Cyclones 4-0 in conference play. Harrison 1-2-2 in conference play. Soon kicked all the way down and past the goal line. A goal kick coming for Russellville. Well, they flipped the field but couldn't get possession of it. Russellville going quick here. This is Max Wilson. You leave it out for Charlie Payne. Payne 6, Wilson 5. Great long pass there to Jet Bull, and he runs past the center circle. He'll give it to Kaiwan Martinez on his left, has it hold up a little bit out on the wing. At the corner to Arias Garcia, has it taken away past the touchline. Russellville will throw it in. Payne gets this one to Garcia. Into the box, a swing and a miss there, but on the deflection, Escobar can't get to it before Harrison does. It's kicked back out. Charlie Payne with a nice steal. Here's Jose Escobar tugging on his journey, still trying to create something and can't get anything on it. He kept it past the goal line before it went across the goal line, but couldn't get anything on it there. And Landon McKinney, the goalkeeper, will pick it up. There's a little bit of wind. Right now it's to the back of the Goblins. Nice tackle there made by Wilson. Throw in for the Goblins, headed back up in the air. Charlie Payne over to Jimenez. Joseph Nava. His pass handled by Escobar, who's got an opening. Trying to lead his man. Kaiwan can't get to it before it's scooped up there by the goalkeeper. Martinez had a defender from Harrison right in front of him. Cyclones playing along the far side. That one goes past the touchline. A throw in for Russellville. Abisai Martinez, and they're going to say it belongs to the Goblins. Coming up to hit this one is Nunez, the goalkeeper for Russellville. That one's going to go all the way across. See that ditch over there? That's where it went in. Over to the old football practice field. Abisai let that one go. Smartly so. It'll be a goal kick, says the official. Nunez will left foot this one over to Max Wilson. Play this one to Charlie Payne. Arias Garcia. Back to Shamlin. Abisai. Martinez. Pass defended nicely by Harrison. They going to be able to take it away? No, Russellville has it. They have to play it back by keeping possession here. Been a while since Jet has touched the ball, but did have a Chester there. Now Jet Bull. Pass ahead and miscommunication there for the Cyclones. We have no score. Technically no shots for either team right now. Brody Burge will, and he's not the keeper, but he'll handle the kicking duty here. Kick this one short. Jet almost had that one. This one floats out to nowhere. The Cyclones are going to have it. Escobar turns, didn't like the look. He'll play it back to Payne. Arias Garcia. Escobar fighting his way, taken down, and that's going to be a foul just outside the penalty box, or the penalty area, and the Cyclones will have a free kick from about 20 yards away. It's the first foul called on Harrison, and 2 yards from being a penalty kick here. They set up a 4-5-man wall. We'll see what Arias Garcia wants to do here. He's going to kick it over the wall and just past the post. I think he caught McKinney a little bit there by surprise. He was late to react to that. .50-50 ball played down by Jimenez. Back into Harrison territory. Jimenez with the defense right behind him. Wilson over to Payne. Escobar. Touch pass towards the center circle. Nunez comes up. Jimenez. Deep kick. Looking for Jet. Jet Bull onside, but can't control this one as it goes past the touchline. Lady Cyclones taking on Harrison a bit later. Harrison Lady Goblins winning state championship last year. Of course, your Cyclones here back-to-back state champions. It's the third time they've gone back-to-back. Russellville has never won 3 in a row. They're trying to do that this year. Probably would have done it the COVID year. Here into the box and nicely put in there by Jet Bull.
Go by number 9, Jet El Toro Bull.
And that was almost an afterthought. I don't think McKinney, that's the second time we've seen him not totally be ready. Jet there just with the redirect and giving the Cyclones a 1-0 lead. Didn't need much on it, didn't have much on it. Just redirected it into the net, and the Cyclones lead at 1-0. Jet Bull is leading this team in goals scored this season. Now Harrison with a chance as they enter the penalty area, trying to center there. Arias Garcia out to Escobar. Double team past the touchline. Charlie Payne will throw this one in. Down to Jet Bull, who got that goal with 29:01. Jet get this one to Kaiwan Martinez. He'll center it. The shot rolls in.
Scored by number 13, Joseph Nava.
Joseph Nava with the pass from Kaiwan Martinez, and the Cyclones lead it 2-0. That went from Bull to Martinez to Nava, who just snuck it in inside the left post. Nava with the goal here. 1 minute and 1 second after Jet Bull's goal. Cyclones lead it 2-0. Well, Russellville got stifled a little bit in the first 10 minutes, 11 minutes. But so far, 2 shots on goal and 2 scores. Just inside the penalty area, and the shot barely goes wide right. And we're going to see a change. You don't see this too often, a change at goalkeeper. I think this is Trey Horton, but I'm not sure. Chris Pratt, the head coach, is making a change at keeper. I don't know if he's just upset with his goalkeeper or if there's an injury. He's over there to talk to the head coach, the goalkeeper who was just pulled. Meanwhile, they kick this one past the touchline. An unforced error there by Harrison. Cyclones with a 2-goal lead, and time to get greedy. Look for more here. Keep the pressure on. This one stays in. Arias Garcia double-teamed. Cyclones will take it back. Jimenez into Garcia. Gets around the double team. He'll shoot, and this one's scooped up by the keeper for Harrison. That's the first shot on goal for Russellville that has not found the back of the net. They'll flip the field here with Russellville playing that one out. You're running with it as Escobar. You're on the far side is Martinez. Kaiwan just outside here on the wing. He'll send this one over everything and be a goal kick coming. Put a lot on it, but the wind is really whipping around. It was in their face, and it's actually wrapped the flag around the flagpole. It's just shifting around. The only thing we can tell you that's been consistent about the wind is it's been there. It's very windy, but it's really kind of shifted at the back of Harrison, then across in our faces as we're on the home side, and really moving around. Played all the way back to Rodrigo Nunez. Hasn't seen a shot on goal yet from Harrison. It's been good defense by his teammates in front of him. He'll come out to play this one. Played down by Jet. Garcia over on the far side to Abisai Martinez. Ahead to Kaiwan Martinez. Check that was Joseph Nava. This one kicked back out. Russellville going to keep it, but not applying as much pressure there. Here's Abisai. Kaiwan centers it. Too far out in front for Charlie to get to it. This is Jimenez. Plays it back to Max Wilson. Cyclones had 2 goals within 61 seconds of each other. Jet Bull at the 29:01 mark. Joseph Nava at the 28 mark. Charlie Payne taking it away there on the edge of the penalty area. In there, the header just high. Great pass there. Jet Bull's upset with himself. His header just missed. A little give and go, nicely done there with Escobar out on the wing. Enters the penalty area there. Escobar shoots and scores! Somehow just got under the keeper.
Scored by number 8, Jose Escobar.
Jose Escobar with the score. Bent that shot, and it went under. It stayed on the ground below Horton. And the Cyclones now lead it 3-0. Well, what Harrison had for Russellville, the aggressive nature, kept Russellville scoreless in the first 10 minutes, but since then, the Cyclones have really capitalized, taking advantage of the Goblins. Abisai Martinez. Arias Garcia and Kaiwan Martinez, I don't think, could figure out who was going to take that one. Shamlin over to Payne. Charlie to an open area here. Picked up by Kaiwan Martinez. He'll try right side to Arias. They'll play it back. Abisai. Into Kaiwan. He's having a battle for position there. Sliding tackle made as it goes past the goal line off of Harrison. A corner kick coming, the second one of the game for Russellville. Kaiwan Martinez will left foot this one in, headed down but not completely out by Harrison, and then kicked out all the way past the halfway line. And Nava going to come all the way out to play this one. Halfway through the first half, Cyclones lead it 3-0. They've had 10 shots, 4 on goal. 3 have scored. There's been no shots by Harrison. 1 foul for each team, 2 corner kicks for the Cyclones. Arias Garcia over on the far side to Abisai. Nava into the penalty area. The header rolls in. I believe that was Kaiwan Martinez.
Scored by number 10, Kaiwan Martinez.
Kaiwan Martinez heading that one in for his first goal of the game, and the Cyclones lead it 4-0.
Entering the match for the Cyclones, number 4, Abraham Veloso. Number 11, Matthew.
4 goals for Russellville by 4 different players.
Number 14, Jason Ortez. Number 17, Andrew
Jason
Garcia.
Ortiz will check in, number 14. Andrew Garcia, number 17, checks in. Some more substitutions for the Cyclones we'll tell you about. But Russellville using this opportunity here to make some substitutions, leading 4-0 here with under 20 minutes to play just in the first half. That is Nixon Lynn, number 12, number 11, Matthew Guajardo. This one played out by Lynn. I checked that. It was played out by 17, Andrew Garcia. Throw in. Comes a penalty area, kicks it across the penalty area and out on the wing. Cyclone's going to take over. Abraham Beloso kicks it past the touch line. Throw in coming for the Harrison Goblins. Header really goes nowhere. Joseph Nava. Give this one off to Guajardo. Matthew. Along to Andrew Garcia. Double team has it taken away. Pass almost like a backdoor cut. Here's a shot. Knocked down by Nava. Nobody there for Harrison to get a shot off the rebound. It was knocked down on the hard shot there by John Bartlett. That's officially their first shot on goal. Jason Ortiz will give it ahead. Andrew Garcia chasing this one down. Saves it before it goes past the touchline. Here comes the double team. He avoids that. Tries to center it. Kicks it some open area on the far side. Nice little fake kick there. Shot deflected. Andrew Garcia trying to collect it for the Cyclones. Arias Garcia can't handle it. It's played back. Joseph Nava there trying to get the steal. Andrew Garcia deflecting that, but couldn't get the steal, but here the Cyclones finally do. This is Matthew Guajardo, and his pass intercepted. Right around the center circle, the Cyclones going to take control of it. Joseph Nava, who has one of the 4 goals for Russellville, will pass it ahead. It's passed to Ortiz. Kicked it back out. No one was home. I think he was expecting a teammate to be there. Nixon Lynn with the interception, number 12. Player goes down for Harrison. Lynn has it now. Someone headed just outside the penalty area. Andrew Garcia. His shot was deflected by a defender. Cyclones will have it on a throw-in. Matthew Guajardo, no, they're going to say it belongs to Harrison. Kyle Martinez over on the right side with his pass. Rodrigo Nunez comes up to stop this one. He could pick it up because it was last touched by a Harrison player before it got to him. Cyclones taking on Harrison here. Lady Cyclones after this one. Across the way, we can hear a baseball game going on. If it's loud, that's good things for us. We can hear a lot of loud noises over on that far side. Cyclone baseball team hosting Alma. They scored 6 runs in the first, Russellville did. That was the last update they had, but they started at 4:30, so a good 30, 35 minutes ahead of what we started. They're playing Alma in a doubleheader. The Lady Cyclone softball team playing Alma in a doubleheader. Your Cyclones and Lady Cyclones soccer team will be on the road Friday at Van Buren for a tough conference matchup, especially on the boys' side. That's the Van Buren was the last team not named Russellville to win a 5A state championship. They won it 3 years ago, beating Russellville, and then Russellville came back, won it the next year. And then last year, it looked like it was going to be Russellville Van Buren a third time. However, Van Buren lost to Lakeside in the semifinals in what was a big upset. Cyclones, of course, beat Lakeside in the state championship game last year, 1-0 at UCA. Here's a corner kick for the Cyclones, third one of the game. So played down, but in the penalty area and covered up there by Hort. Kaiwan Martinez with it for the Cyclones. Ahead to Arias Garcia in the penalty area. Nice little move. Trying to get a shot. He shoots and it's juggled but cut by Horton. Even with the wind at his back, not much on that kick for their keeper. Andrew Garcia has it for Russellville. This is Arias Garcia. Got a pass from Andrew Garcia. The far side, Joseph Nava. Cyclones trying that right side here with Jason Ortiz. Playing it back. Kick into the 18-yard box. Played back out immediately. Here's a shot. A little bit too much on that one. Cyclones with 4 goals here in the first half by 4 different players. That one passed the touchline. Jet Bull got the first one. Joseph Nava got the second. Jose Escobar and Kaiwan Martinez. All within 10 minutes of each other. After the first 11 minutes, Cyclones were held scoreless. They've exploded for 4 goals. Now deflected off a Cyclone past the touchline. Russellville's very careful sometimes about the mercy rule. They don't always want to invoke the mercy rule because what that does is it cuts the time down. And as soon as you go up 6 goals, however much time is left, it gets cut in half. So sometimes Russellville will work on different things once they get a 5-goal lead. That one picked up nicely there by Rodrigo Nunez. Last time we saw Russellville here, the boys team, they held a 6-1 lead over Mountain Home and just sort of put it on cruise control and worked on possessing the ball and moving it around. Not really looking to get that sportsmanship rule going. Here, though, just first half, they lead at 4-0. We have a foul called on the Cyclones. Might have been embellished a little bit. So we'll get a free kick coming for Harrison. Cyclones have had 7 state championships since 2012. Again, they've gone back-to-back 3 different times. A lot of people think, had the COVID not shortened one season, Russellville would have won it in 2020, and that would have been their only three-peat. They're trying to three-peat this year, and they're one of the top teams in the state in Class 5A. Cyclones play a lot of top competition. They play 6A teams. They play teams out of Oklahoma, try to get ready. Here's a shot knocked down by Nunez. Nicely done. That's the second one he's had to knock down and get up quickly to make sure there was no rebound. Second shot on goal for the Goblins. Cyclones lost a broken arrow at Jinx, Oklahoma. They also lost to Springdale in a shortened game due to a tournament. Tied Bryant. That Bryant tie felt like a win, too, because Russellville had 2 goals disallowed. One offsides call that, going back watch the video, they were not offsides and ended up tying the game in the final minutes. Andrew Garcia here and Arias Garcia side by side. Arias will play this one down, number 7. That's Beloso on the far side, number 4 with it now. Poke through a double team. Couldn't get to Arias. He was trying to shield his defender. Defender ran around him. Nicely done. Nixon Lynn will take it away. Jason Ortiz over to Matthew Guajardo into the penalty area. Missed on the header, and Russellville can't get a shot off. Joseph Nava tried to get possession there in the 18-yard box. But he goes past the goal line. Under 8 minutes to play here in the first half. Cyclones lead at 4-0. First goal coming at 29:01. A header by, or redirect there by Jet Bull on that one. Kaiwan Martinez has a header in this game. Goal kick goes all the way down with the wind at their back to the Cyclone keeper. Guardo plays this one back to Nava. Can't pick it up if it's a pass from your teammate. Pretty good kick into the wind. Before it crosses the touchline, Kaiwan Martinez had it. Harrison plays it out. The Cyclones are going to get it on the throw-in. This will be Beloso. And we have substitutions coming in. Escobar, number 8. Number 2, Shamblin will come in. Charlie Payne, number 6, back in. Jesus Perez, number 20, in. And also number 15, Keegan Fuller.
Number 15, Keegan Fuller.
Throw this one down to Payne. Gives it right back to Jesus Perez. With his back to the penalty area with Shamblin. This is Perez. Keegan Fuller will play this one. Ahead now to Jose Escobar. Escobar slowed up. Harrison's not stopped their aggressive nature. They're playing very physical and slowing up Russellville's fast pace at times. Max Wilson. There's Shamblin. Wind really picking up now. That's our microphone you can hear with the wind hitting it. So I said sometimes it's at Harrison's back, sometimes kind of going across, and you can see it affect that shot there. Pass ahead, trying to make connection to Wilson. If you could see that, that was partially wind aided, the way that thing was kind of getting knocked down and over to our right. But the wind has really picked up here. So Cyclones having to kick into that. They'll have to have a little bit more touch in the second half if this wind keeps going. Payne will take that one over. Cyclones on the move here. Ortiz has it knocked away. Payne gets the pass from Guajardo. A lot of open space on that far side. Jesus Perez will send it over right side. Max Wilson in the corner there for the Cyclones. His pass deflected. Perez out to Shamlin, left foot into the penalty area, and Russellville can't get a shot off there. You could see Charlie Payne stretching out, trying to just redirect that as the goalkeeper was coming out to grab it. Cyclones just couldn't make that connection. Fuller will send this into the center circle. Shamlin back to Perez. Jesus. That's Max Wilson. Andrew Escobar will send this was ahead, and it will not slow up before it goes past the touchline. They're going to have to throw it in on that far side. I expected it to be a little chilly tonight. I didn't expect the wind to be like it is. Expected overcast with no rain, but boy, it's been windy. Keegan Fuller trying to redirect the Goblin player ahead, and coming down from behind is Charlie Payne. It kicks it past the goal line. We'll have a corner kick coming for the Goblins, their first corner of the first half. Cyclones got on the board at 29:01. It's been all Russellville. 7 shots on goal to 2 shots on goal for Harrison, but Harrison threatening here with their first corner kick of the match. In the penalty area, headed straight up by Perez, and jumping up to grab it is Rodrigo Nunez. They'll throw this one against the wind. Play down by Harrison, and there was Escobar to play that away. Shamlin looking for some help around the double team. Back to Escobar along the far side, kicks it ahead. Russellville giving chase. Max Wilson there. Wilson comes up to the wing. He's going to stop there, and it goes past the goal line. That was defended nicely over on that far side. I believe that's Green Rogers. And Russellville really had no place to go. We'll have a 10-minute break for halftime before we come back with the 40-minute second half. Russellville going to get in on a throw-in here as Matthew Guajardo had to retreat to get it back. Charlie Payne's throw-in is headed forward by Russellville, played back. Jose Escobar, see if Russellville can mount an attack here in the final 40 seconds. Max Wilson. A stop before he gets to the corner this time, into the penalty area. Take it away on the double team coming from behind. Past the touchline. The Cyclones need to hurry if they want to do something here. Playing into the wind for the final 25 seconds. Into the penalty area. Andrew Garcia. Over left side giving chase. Andrew with 13 seconds left. Gets around the double team into the 18-yard box. Deflected. And we have a whistle. We're going to have a penalty shot We have a foul called on Harrison in the penalty area. They did not stop the clock. So there's no time left on the clock, but we will have a penalty shot, and Andrew Garcia is going to be the one to take it. So before this first half's completely over, Andrew Garcia, number 17, will take the shot. And he goes top shelf before the goal. And Andrew Garcia gets on the scoring column, and that's the end of the first half. Your score, Russellville 5, Harrison nothing. We'll take a break. A couple minutes before we start back up, we'll be back to give you the stats of the first half. Russellville leads at 5-0 on that last goal there on the PK by Andrew Garcia. 5 goals for the Cyclones, 5 different players. Russellville leads it here at the half. In that first half, the Cyclones lead it 5-0. Russellville with 7 shots on goal, 14 shots total, 2 shots on goal for Harrison. 3 corner kicks for the Cyclones, 1 for Harrison. 3 fouls called on Russellville, 2 fouls called on Harrison, but 1 ended in a PK. There were no yellow cards or red cards given out, no offsides. Russellville got on the board first. 29:01, Jet Bull with the redirect. They gave Russellville 1-0 lead. Joseph Nava scored at the 28-minute mark. 22-21, Jose Escobar joined the party. A header by Kaiwan Martinez with 19:45 left. And then with no time left on the clock, it was Andrew Garcia that scored on the PK, and that's where we stand here, 5-0. We're going to turn it down once again. The music's awful loud. I don't want this thing to get flagged, the video, so we are able to watch this later. So we'll be coming up here in less than a minute with the second half. Russellville leading at 5-0. Hear the buzzer there. We're ready to go for the second half. Again, Jet Bull, Joseph Nava, Jose Escobar, Kaiwan Martinez, and Andrew Garcia, each with a goal for Russellville in that first half. Leading at 5-0 here. If Russellville gets a 6-goal lead, whatever time is on the clock will be cut in half. So if they score to make it 6-0 with, let's say, 20 minutes left to go in the match, they will stop the time, cut it to half. There'll be 10 minutes. That's the mercy rule in high school soccer. A lot of times when Coach Fuller gets that 5-goal lead, he doesn't want really too many people shooting. He doesn't want to cut down this time. He wants his guys to be out there, put in some kids to get some playing time, and he'll say possess the ball. And we saw that in the 6-1 win against Mountain Home. Russellville defeated Siloam Springs last week 3-0. They are 4-0 in conference play. Van Buren's 3-0 in conference play, and Russellville will travel to Van Buren on Friday night for a 7 o'clock start time. The Cyclones will be a while before they're back here. A week from Thursday, April the 16th, is when they're scheduled to host Greenbrier. So we start the second half. They got to turn off the music there. They do. The Alma game, though, that was rescheduled is actually rescheduled for April the 10th. So the one on the schedule that was for earlier this month was postponed due to bad weather, so it's not on your schedule correctly, but the Cyclones and Lady Cyclones will be actually hosting Alma on April the 10th here at Cyclone Stadium. There's Jet Bull at the wing. Plays this one into the 18-yard box and back out. Left-footed shot, deflected and picked up finally. Did not allow a rebound shot. Cyclones put some pressure on us. Say they don't always try to get the 6-goal lead, but then there they did on that one. Abisai Martinez. Nice little move there by Jet Bull. Can't get the open look. Good defense there. You see that, shielding his man so Russellville could get the throw in instead of just playing it. Good job there by Joseph Nava, who has a goal and assist tonight. Abisai Martinez, Darius Garcia. Garcia can't handle the pass from Bull. Played back out by Harrison. Abisai out on the wing. Into the 18-yard box and played back out. This is Escobar. Now along the far side to Matthew Guajardo. They're going to let this one roll past the goal line so they can have a goal kick, and anybody can do it. Jet Bull trying to get it for Russellville. Reach out, couldn't control it. Flip the side, but no one there for Harrison. The play back all the way back to Nava. This is Jimenez trying to get around his man. Abisai near the corner of the penalty area. He saw the double team coming as he entered the box, tried to maneuver it around. It's played back out, but the Cyclones still with possession here. Escobar trying to save it, and he can't. This is Matthew Guajardo. Past Area Garcia. Arias let that one go. Harrison will kick it back out. Abisai Martinez will get the throw in. This is Nixon Lynn to Martinez. Cyclones can really, with control, they can maneuver a defense and almost get them out of position. They attack from there. Jet Bull able to recover. Plays this one through the center circle. Jimenez back to Bull. As Nava's right side is deflected and Joseph comes up with it. Joseph Nava's pass to Martinez. Abisai looking it over, back to Gerardo. Enters the box, Russellville double team, but not able to steal possession here. This one played past the touchline. Joseph Nava will throw it in. There's a foul from behind. This one called on Joshua McLean. About 35 yards away for the free kick. 3 fouls now called on each team. We will take it. Guajardo, the one at the bottom of your screen. Jimenez, the one on the left. It'll be Matthew Guajardo. He'll send it to the goalkeeper, and again deflected down and scooped back up. That's the third time he's offered a rebound, but Russellville not able to capitalize. Cyclone baseball team defeated Alma in game 1, 15-1 in the first game of a doubleheader over at Hickey Park. We can kind of see part of the field from here. There's a long shot try, but deflected out by a defender. Lady Cyclone softball team about to start their second game also with Alma. Lady Cyclones will travel to Clarksville for a varsity game on Friday. I think they have a JV contest at Greenwood on Thursday. Arias Garcia. Is it through a double team? Joseph Nava Jimenez. You hear people yelling. A defender behind him, Arias. Moving it from Nava, now to Jimenez. Cyclones and Lady Cyclones will be on the road at Van Buren on Friday. Jimenez gives Nava a little opening here at the corner. Send this one into the box, played down, a shot, knocked away by the goalkeeper past the goal line. And Russellville didn't score there, but they're going to get the corner kick. Good scoring opportunity here. This will be a fourth corner kick, but they're not going to play this one in just yet. To the penalty area. This one sent all the way across and past the goal line. Russellville now has the wind at their back. So that pass just too much on it with the wind. Pushes it across, and the Cyclones turn it over. Arias Garcia will send this one deflected up and caught by Horton. Horton did not allow all these goals. Remember, they made a change in the first half. Russellville, another opportunity. This one just wide right. "18 shots in the game for Russellville, 10 shots on goal. 2 shots on goal for Harrison. Taken away there by Jose Escobar. It's a deep shot and going to go wide left. And substitutions coming in. Charlie Payne will check back in. Jet Bull will sit down. Abisai Martinez out. Arias Garcia out.
Harold Arias. Number 6, Charlie De La Pena.
Harold Arias, number 19 in the game for the first time for Russellville. He's in the middle area there. That one played past the touch line. Guajardo's going to throw it in. No, he's going to leave it for Charlie Payne, especially with the wind. He doesn't need the wind at his back, but he's going to throw this one in anyway into the box, and a one-hopper straight to the goalkeeper. Guajardo headed this one forward. Alvin Martinez. Kawan Martinez in. Right now this is number 16, Abisai Martinez. Over to 10, Kaiwan Martinez. Abisai. That one deflected. I think he was just trying to center. It's deflected, so it should be a corner kick for Russellville. Kaiwan Martinez. Sort of his specialty, being a lefty from this corner here. They'll swing this one towards the goal, and the follow goes up and over everything. Kaiwan Martinez. Ahead now, Max Wilson. That was a little bit behind Olvin Martinez. Couldn't handle it. Guajardo can't take it away. Goblins on the move. Misplayed that one past the touchline. Nice little give and go with the backdoor cut. Across, and there's a shot. Hits the crossbar and through.
Score number 16,
Abisai Martinez, his shot hit the crossbar. With 27:29 left, Abisai makes it 6-0. And now they're going to adjust the time. What they'll do is they'll take, there's 27:29 left. They're going to divide that in half, and we'll tell you what they set that at. But Abisai took the pass. His shot hit the crossbar and through. Makes it 6-0. We'll reset it. They set it with just over 13 minutes left, so we'll get it set here in just a moment. As soon as they had it set, they were playing it. So 13:29 left now. So again, you get it by 6 goals. They take the remaining time and they cut it in half. They don't do that on every goal from here on. But that's the sportsmanship rule, according to AAA. 6 goals for Russellville by 6 different players. Not seen that with this team, at least in the last 3 years. This one easily handled by the Cyclones and now picked up. We'll have Lady Cyclones soccer coming up after this. Lady Cyclones facing off against the defending state champions in Class 5A, the Harrison Lady Goblins. Max Wilson here on the wing. Send this one into the box. Play down there. And he shoots there, and this one's going to go wide left on the shot by Harold Arias. And we got more substitutions coming in for the Cyclones. Jason Ortiz in. Number 22, Christian Cervantes. Jesus Perez checking back in. Keegan Fuller, number 15, in the game. A lot of these guys played in the first half. Cervantes didn't, so it's his first action here coming in the second half. Cyclone JV won earlier, 5-0. Varsity up here, 6-0. Big good night so far for the Cyclones. Our baseball team was winners in Game 1 against Alma, 15-1. Do not have a report on the Game 1 for the Lady Cyclones softball team, but we do know they haven't started Game 2 yet. They are getting ready to very shortly. Of course, all the games at home tonight for all the spring sports, so they're all on our YouTube channel. We can stream up to 4 events at the same time, so we're happy to do that. Thanks to Mr. Narveson and Mrs. Brock for helping us out with baseball, softball. We're bringing you soccer here from Soccer Stadium. That's number 21, David Cervantes. Number 22, Christian Cervantes on the field for Russellville. This is 19, Harold Arias. And now to 1, Olvin Martinez. Olvin runs into a triple team, needs some help. Still with possession, out to Christian Cervantes. Played back out. Charlie Payne giving chase. Going to get out of the way of that one. Keegan Fuller comes up, helping to defend, and is taken away by Charlie Payne, trailing the play. David Cervantes saves this one from going out of bounds. It's number 14, Jason Ortiz, over to Jesus Perez, number 20. This one kicked back out. Jesus going to be the one to throw it in here. Cyclones cannot center that. They had a chance there in the box there. Harold Arias couldn't center it for Russellville. This will be a goal kick coming for the Cyclones. Cyclones scored 5 goals in the first half. Abi Saeed getting the goal at 27-29 in the second half to invoke the mercy rule. Cyclones lead at 6-0. 6 goals by 6 players. Here's a deep shot taken. Goes over everything and wide right. Wind's kind of died down a little bit. Nothing like what we saw in the first half. Russellville going to remain in first place in the 5A West. They'll be 5-0 once this is over. Setting up a really big match with Van Buren. Here's a deep shot taken just over the crossbar. We saw Abisai's hit the crossbar and bounce back through. Van Buren coming into tonight 3-0 in conference play. So Russellville a half game ahead. We expect Van Buren to win tonight. And that'll set up a battle of unbeatens at Van Buren. The girls' game will be at 5 o'clock. The boys at 7. We'll actually be on the road with the Lady Cyclones softball team. Be playing on the radio. And a stream. Here's one trickles in, but scooped up by Horton, Trey Horton. A drop kick this one into a swirling wind. Laid down by Jesus Perez. Nobody with control of it here yet. Nixon Lynn try and come down with it. He'll kick it ahead, and it goes past the touchline. Cyclones looking to mount for a shot here. Cervantes pass the head, pass the wing, and out. It's tough to find sometime. Christian Cervantes played back out to number 1, Olvin Martinez. A shot taken there by Jason Ortiz, and Horton able to grab that one. Lady Cyclones scheduled for 7 o'clock. Of course, this game was about just almost 10 minutes late getting started because of the JV game running long. Harrison had called, said they did not have enough girls for JV, so they flipped the starting times and had a boys JV game first. Harold Arias, number 19 here. Christian Cervantes, number 22. Trying to get it over on the wing. David Cervantes can't chase it down. Seems like lately what we've had, when we've had home games, we've had somebody pulling off a hat trick for Russellville, girls and boys, but not tonight. So nobody's scored more than 1 for Russellville, but they've scored plenty as a team. Russellville did not get on the board in the first 10 minutes with 29:01 left in the first half is when Jet Bull made it 1-0. Russellville then scored 4 more within 10 minutes. They scored the last goal of the first half with no time on the clock on a penalty kick by Andrew Garcia. And Andrew Garcia has it right now, number 17. Enters the penalty area. This one deflected past the goal line on the shot there. Horton knocked that away. Russellville's 6th corner kick coming. And it'll be Andrew Garcia to start this for Russellville. He'll swing this one out. Still in the box, played back out. Arias couldn't control it for Russellville. Garcia will center it and play it back to Nixon Lynn. Jesus Perez. Garcia. Christian Cervantes to David Cervantes. As deflected out, you see David right there was not going to touch it. He allowed to shield Harrison from getting it back so he could have the throw in. Better chance of playing this in. It goes into the 18-yard box, immediately played out. They're taken away by Olvin Martinez. His shot is going to be easily caught by Horton as Olvin Martinez had to pick himself up off the turf. Keegan Fuller in the center circle. Christian Cervantes. And now to Olvin Martinez. David Cervantes passing to open space. Andrew Garcia playing it, trying to center it there for Jason Ortiz. Be a goal kick coming for Harrison with less than 2 minutes left to go. Lady Cyclones coming out of the indoor facility. We see Harrison on the north side of the field there. Been warming up for a little while. The Lady Cyclones, I'm sure, been warming up in the indoor. In the second game scheduled for 7 o'clock, but we'll see how much time they allow. Probably more than 10 minutes, so probably may stay behind a little bit. Andrew Garcia, long shot deflected, and Horton can't chase it down. And so a corner kick coming because it hit off a defender for Harrison. That's why Horton was trying to chase that.
1 minute remaining.
Jeremy Keister, our PA man, says 1 minute remaining. Seventh corner kick coming for Russellville. Some played over everything and through. No shot attempt for the Cyclones. Russellville going to move to 10-3-1 overall, 5-0 in the 5A West. They'll make a return trip to Harrison on April the 30th. Be the next to last regular season game before they close it out, hosting Van Buren. Hot Springs Lakeside won the bid to host the state tournament. They have 2 fields there. We've seen the football field. Don't know the other field they're going to be playing on. They'll be hosting girls and boys state. And we've come to the end of the match. Russellville winning this one by a score of 6-0. Pause just a minute while we do some totaling for you. All right, here's your totals. The Cyclones with 32 shots in the game, 14 of those on goal. Harrison just 3 shots on goal. 7 corner kicks for the Cyclones to 1 for Harrison. Fouls were 3 apiece. 1 yielded a PK for the Cyclones. Russellville, 6 goals by 6 different players. And here we go. With 29:01 left to play in the first half, Jet Bull had a redirected shot that made it 1-0, proved to be the game winner. A minute, 1 second later, Joseph Nava scored. Jose Escobar scored at the 22:21 mark. Kaiwan Martinez got a header in at the 19:45 mark. It was 4-0. We thought that's the way it was going to stand, but a penalty kick in which Russellville scored on a shot by Andrew Garcia made it 5-0 with no time left on the clock in the first half. The only goal in the second half was 27-29 by Abisai Martinez, who got the goal that invoked the mercy rule, so we knocked it down from 27 minutes to just under 14 minutes. And that is how this game concludes. The Cyclones move to 5-0 in conference play. Harrison falls to 1-3-2. Right now, there'll be a half game behind Greenwood should Greenwood win tonight, and Greenwood would take over the 4th spot in the conference. The top 4 teams go to state. Cyclones 10 victories on the season, 5-0 in conference play. Well, coming up, we'll have Lady Cyclones soccer coming up in about just under 15 minutes. I want to tell you, congratulations to Coach Jared Fuller and your Russellville Cyclones. They will be on the road at Van Buren on Friday night, 7 o'clock matchup. We're going to pause for about 14 minutes or so and then come back with the start of your Lady Cyclones soccer game as they take on the Harrison Lady Goblins.
And number 1, Miami Wood.
All right, shout out to Rachel Ralston for the video, hype-up video, that's what they call it. Lady Cyclones in black, Phoenix State champions Harrison, Lady Goblins in white as we underway here at Cyclone Stadium, the first of 2 matches between the 2 teams this year. They'll be matching up the next to last regular season game of the season. I think Harrison beat PA in the finals last year on their run for a state championship. Lady Cyclones have made it to the quarterfinals last season. This is Drew Robinson. We're far away there in Lady Cyclones in black with red numbers, a little bit of white trim, a little bit harder to see at times. We'll do the best we can. That's Drew Robinson, who got the pass from LC. Lauren Cooter. Harrison with the steal. We have a foul called on Harrison. Brooklyn Mitchell, the sophomore keeper for the Lady Goblins. Mayana Wood is the keeper for the Lady Cyclones. She's a senior. This is Kana Keister, plays it back for the Lady Cyclones to Tashlyn Dvorak. Over to Kale Rogers. Has a big leg there, even into the wind there. Very stiff wind in the face of the Lady Cyclones right now. Drew Robinson over to LC. Lauren will give it off to MK Honoron and back to Kana Keister. Moving it around. This is MK Honoron. Play at Hendricks next year. Liza Parker, number 6 for Russellville, playing defense there, the leading goal scorer for the Lady Cyclones. Lauren knocked down. Russellville wanted a foul call, not going to get it. Lady Goblins on the move. The pass ahead intercepted by Keister. Well, Kuchar's lost possession, but the Lady Cyclones have it back. Kale Rogers plays it ahead past the halfway line and comes right back into the hands of the Lady Goblins. Lady Cyclones 3-1 in conference play. They're coming off a loss at Siloam Springs. What they feel like's a bad loss there. Nothing wrong with losing to Siloam, but they lost 6-1. Want to get that bad taste out of the mouth. They got a tall order here as Harrison's undefeated, just like Siloam, but Harrison 5-0 in conference play. Siloam 4-0 in conference play. So the top two teams. Lady Cyclones, 2-game hold on that third spot, though, at 3-1. They're ahead of Greenwood and Greenbrier, who are both tied at 2-3 in the 5A West. Russellville finished third last year in the conference. The top 4 teams get to go to state. You don't want to ever call it that it's going to happen, but realistically, Harrison, Siloam, Russellville, 3 of teams that should be in that top 4 in the conference that should make state here on the women's side. And the 4 spots kind of up for grabs. Tashlin Dvorak played that one off an arm, almost close to a handball, but off the arm of a Harrison Lady Goblin. Lady Goblins can't chase this one down before it goes past the goal line, so a goal kick coming for Mayana Wood. Well, she's got a big leg, but I'm telling you, it's a very stiff wind. As you can see the American flag in the face of the Lady Cyclones just blowing. We saw that a lot in the first half of the boys' game. It died down quite a bit when it was Russellville's turn to play with it at their back, but it really didn't matter for the Cyclones. They won 6-0, invoking the mercy rule in the second half. Liza Parker getting around her defender. Most of this game so far being played on Russellville's end. I believe that's Ava Wilson on the far side for the Lady Goblins. Taken away there nicely. There's Drew Robinson through the center circle. Trying to get it ahead to MK. Goes past the touch line. A throw-in coming for the Lady Cyclones. Played down by Drew, off the pass in by Kana Keister. Liza Parker. And to the 18-yard box, a little bit out in front of Drew. Scooped up there by Mitchell. The keeper for Harrison with the wind at her back. Well, almost like just soft kicked this, but it went out to the center circle. So play on through that. There's Eliza to Lauren. Honor on, back to Lauren. Okay, Keister getting around a double team. Here to Liza Parker. Tripped up, a foul called on the Lady Goblins. Russellville will have it about just within 30 yards away. Liza Parker goes quickly here into the 18-yard box. Drew Robinson can't get a hold of it. They defended her nicely as it trickles past. She's trying to get possession back for Russellville, still fighting for it. And Drew's going to have it. Lauren back to Robinson. She'll send this one into the box, played back down and out. Parker can't get to it. Played back out by Harrison. Threats over for the moment. Kana Keister, nice job at the halfway line to get it back for Russellville. Cooter on the far side. This one past the touch line, a throw in coming. Anna Wood had to, really not a shot, but she had to play it like it was. Our drop kick. Controlled by Russell. Just hard to flip the field from back there because of the wind. Lauren Goodman playing defense over on this side. She'll switch it off. And this one will go past the goal line, but off Russell. So a corner kick coming for the Lady Goblins. First corner kick of the game. Here's a shot, and it's in. Lady Goblins get on the board first, leading 1-0. Substitution coming in. Clara Norskoff, number 3, will check in for Russellville.
In the match, number 3, Clara Norskoff.
Norskoff, an exchange student, one of 2 on the Lady Cyclones team. Harrison with their first shot on goal finds the back of the net, leading it 1-0. Tucker Webb, the throw in for the Lady Goblins. So played back out as it belonged to the Lady Cyclones. Lauren Goodman will throw it in for Russellville. We'll do it again. Drew Robinson. That was Goodman, I believe. Norskoff playing defense for Russellville there, number 3. Allie Barnes on the far side, number 4. Coming up, making a steal almost was LC. Miss Tashlin Dvorak. Off her leg. Elias. Now back to Cale Rogers. She'll send it some open area on the far right side to Barnes. Double team there on Keister. Takes it away. This is Cale Rogers, number 14. Over to Kana. Back to Rogers, who'll boot it forward. All the way back down. They take it away from Drew. Trailing the play is one hopper to Miana Wood. Lady Cyclones will have it on throw in. Okay, they call it a handball, so it's not a throw in. Drew Robinson. Double team. They're going to double team her a lot, especially with Liza Parker out there. You can see who's set to check back in at the next opportunity. Nice job by Kel Rogers to come up and play that. Norskov takes over for Russellville. Taken away again by Harrison. Long shot. Nice knockdown by Mayana Wood. Ball's loose, though. Deflected on the defensive side by Tashlyn Dvorak in the corner there in the penalty area. Harrison still with it. Pass deflected by Norskov. Kicked out. Lady Goblins still with it. Dvorak kicks it down near the halfway line. Played back across the line by the Lady Goblins. Couple of shots there on that sequence by the Lady Goblins. Good save by Mayana Wood on one of them. The other one deflected by a defender. Lady Cyclones will have it on a throw-in. Norskov has to retreat to get this one. Mildred Elias playing that up in the air. Lauren Goodman. MK Hunter on. Cyclone Boys JV were 5-0 winners earlier tonight. Cyclone Varsity Boys won 6-0. Lady Cyclones trailing here 1-0. Liza Parker checks in for the Lady Cyclones. Lady Cyclones softball team was winners against Alma in the first game of a doubleheader tonight over at Hickey Park, 13-0. Cyclone baseball team won their first game against Alma, 15-1. Both teams are currently in game 2 of the doubleheader. From our press box, we can see a little portion of the baseball field, none of the softball field. Shot goes wide right. I'll try to give you some updates at halftime of the second game is going on. Next home game for both the Cyclones and Lady Cyclones will be Wednesday of next week. It's not scheduled. It's against Alma. It was supposed to be earlier this year, but inclement weather postponed the game. They put it on April 10th, Wednesday. And the 18-yard box, the shot goes in. And that makes it 2-0 here with 24-24 left. Lady Cyclones really struggling here in this game and the game before the loss against Siloam. Need something good to happen. A goal here would be huge if they could mount one here in the next little bit, cut the lead in half, but just a confidence boost is what it would be. LC over to Liza Parker. Deflected, but she's trying to chase it down. She saves it before it goes out. Would have been off her. Liza getting close to the wing. We'll send this one in the box. There's Drew Robinson. She shoots it, and it hits the post, goes wide right. I couldn't tell it was deflected off the post or not, but just missed. Good sequence there for Russellville. The Lady Cyclones didn't get the goal, but their first shot attempt. Substitutes coming in for the Lady Cyclones. Number 19, Ari Nehus, and number 5, Millie Moretti. She's the other exchange student from Denmark. Ari Nehus, number 19, a junior for Russellville. Dvorak shielded it so Russellville could have a throw in. Moretti will throw it in to Nehus, back to Millie. Shot a little too strong, or pass is a little too strong for Parker. Nehus taken down on the foul. Free kick for Russellville, and they're letting Miana Wood to come up to kick this one. She's got a big leg. Flip the field here if Russellville can control it. Play it through the center circle, but Harrison with it. Here come the Lady Goblins on the move. A lot of open space here. Pass ahead and can't quite get to Liani Cash, who they were going to. A little too strong on that pass. Into the penalty area, scooped up by Wood. .50-50 ball there. At the halfway line, Harrison controls. Kel Rogers will play this down. Shot is wide right. Foul called there. That's an obvious one, so free kick coming for Russellville. Looking to see if they want Miana to come up. That's a long way to go for the free kick there. They won't. They'll let Cale Rogers do it. Wind still in her face. From about 54 yards out. Outside the penalty area, Liza Parker has popped this one up in the air, and Mitchell able to catch it. It deflects off Dvorak past the touchline. Under 20 minutes to go here in the first half. Lady Cyclones trailing 2-0. Goal at the 31-40 mark was our first goal of the game for Harrison. On to Barnes. Ahead to Drew Robinson. I think the Lady Cyclones just a little bit confused there. They had two players just in the same area there. Out on the wing, Dvorak coming up. Tri-blade defense. This one's tried to center. Wood will scoop this one up. She can kick it, but she's going to wait a little bit. Grabbed Brindley there. I'm sorry, Allie. And caused the foul. Cale Rogers, been all conference their last 2 seasons. Played up by LC. Keister plays it back to Cale. Headed down by the Lady Goblins. Lady Cyclones are fine with that. They'll get the throw in at the halfway line. Lauren Goodman and Mildred Elias checks in for Russellville.
Mildred Elias.
Checking out will be Millie Moretti. And Ari Nehus, I believe, is the one who's coming out. Elias trying to get it to Drew. Robinson, nice little move, trying to get around a double team. She'll center it there for Liza Parker. Parker, before she could shoot, is deflected out past the touch line. Lady Cyclones almost with a chance there, but they still have possession. The throw in coming quickly to MK Honoron. Honoron back to Drew at the corner there. Try to get back to Honoron, just past her. LC plays it over to Keister. Her shot bounces a few times and in the hands of Brooklyn Mitchell. Mayana Wood. Kick this one ahead. That's MK Honoron. Lauren Goodman to Drew Robinson. Drew giving chase, and she's able to get it back for Russellville. Lauren Goodman's pass was deflected out. Lauren wanting it quick for a quick throw in. Nicely played there by Drew, skipping through a double team, but a third defender coming up. Pass knocked down by Lauren. Dvorak able to get the steal. Honoron. This is Drew Robinson. Lady Cyclones having to give up some real estate here. And LC's pass deflected off the face of a Lady Goblin player. It was Aaron Pratt that went down. Back up. Might have been shaken up for a moment. Woke her up a little bit, I think. Nice little backwards pass there from Drew over to Honoron. Lauren gives it off to Elias. Keister on that far side. Ashlyn Dvorak making a stop there for Russellville. Lady Cyclones have had 2 shots on goal. Sorry, 3 shots total, 2 shots on goal. Lauren Goodman trying to make the steal. Lady Cyclones just need something positive to happen. Honoron is looking ahead. We'll play this back. Lauren getting hit there, and I think she's kind of checking, see if she had any blood there. Rogers playing that down. Honoron. Head to Allie Barnes, having to fight for this one. Gets possession. Deflected back out. Parker against Cash. Drew can't get this one. Trying to get the steal. Ahead to Liza Parker. MK Honoron working against Maya Barrett. Barrett coming away with it. Tried the little give and go. Bad pass there. Lady Cyclones take it back over on Dvorak. MK will play this off of Lady Goblin. So now the Lady Cyclones can sub in. Harrison with a substitute. Norskov checks in for Russellville. Harrison substitution coming in. They have too many men on the field. I didn't think they were being allowed to sub in, and so now it's all kind of confused for Harrison. Now they brought one girl off, sent her back on. Another one comes off. So now they're ready for play. Looked like Tucker Webb was eventually going to be the one to come off, and then they sent her back on. And Harrison with it with a throw in. Lady Cyclones turning it over here. Norskov will stop to get possession here for Russellville, and it's Liza Parker trying to give and go back to Norskov. I think that's off Russellville.
In the match, number 9, Drew Robinson.
Not a lot of offense for Russellville. I mean, obviously it's no goals, but what I'm saying is just 3 shots, 2 on goal here in this first half. But when you look at possession, it's been mostly played on Russellville's end, and the 2 shots they had on goal was pretty much in the same sequence. Of course, had the one by Drew Robinson that missed just wide right. Lady Cyclones struggling here, but to find some offense. But the good news is they're only down 2-0. Got to come up big here. Norskov coming up. Play it through the center circle to Drew Robinson. They're collapsing on her. 3 defenders around her. Pass deflected back out, and Harrison will get control of it. They're just suffocating Drew. Not a lot of places for her to go. It's Liza Parker. On the move for Russellville. Drew Robinson might have a shot here. Her shot just goes high. Drew playing it to Parker. Spun around. It's in the 18-yard box, but Harrison has it, playing out on the wing now. Past the touchline. Thought that was out. A lot of people thought that was out. But no call from the official. Move there by Cash. Tried to center it. Dvorak playing it back out. Ahead of Norskov. Liza Parker will play it past the touchline. This will let Russellville get the defense set up before the throw in. You'd like to score a goal, but you really don't want Harrison getting one here in the final 2 minutes. Nice move there by Liza to get around a double team or through a double team. Drew can't chase this one down. Minute 45 left. MK Hunteron will check in. Allie Barnes will check out.
In the match number 18, MK Hunteron. One minute remaining.
Smart play by Wood not to touch that so she'd get the goal kick. Touching it goes past the goal line, and he mishandled it at all. You give them a corner kick. Liza taking this one away. Again, most of the time when Russellville possesses it, they've been on their own end. Trying to mount something here. Ahead, Drew Robinson. Can't chase it down. A little bit too far out in front. They'll play it back out. A throw-in coming. The final 20 seconds if Russellville can do something with it. Norskov. Throw this one into Drew. Play it open space there. Harrison there. Can't be deflected. And back down. This is Lauren Goodman. To LC. We've come to the end of the first half. Lady Cyclones trail it here to Harrison, 2-0.
Harrison 2, Lady Cyclones 0.
At the half, the Lady Cyclones trailing 2-0 in that first half. 8 shots for Harrison, 4 on goal. 6 shots total for Russellville, 2 on goal. 1 corner kick, that belonged to Harrison. Harrison 6 fouls to 2 for Russellville. The tie was broken at 31-40. That's what made it 1-0. Lady Cyclones, at times when you look at it, it was played so much on their side, it's kind of shocking. It's only 2-0, so maybe they can take that as a positive, head forward into this second half. The Lady Cyclone softball team swept a doubleheader from Alma. Congratulations to them. Cyclone boys baseball team beat Alma in the first game 15-1. They lead in the second game 4-0. But that's still early going. JV boys soccer team won over Harrison 5-0. The varsity boys invoked the mercy rule, winning 6-0. We have one more half here on the girls' side. Both the boys and girls will be traveling to Van Buren. Girls will start at 5:15. Boys will play at 7 o'clock. On the schedule, the next home game for Russellville is April 16th. However, that's not the case. There's a makeup game hosting Alma. That'll be on Wednesday, April the 10th. So that's the next time they'll be playing here at Cyclone Stadium when they host Alma, a game that was postponed the Thursday before spring break due to inclement weather. We're about 30 seconds away from the second half. We'll pause for a moment and then come back with the second half. Lady Cyclones trailing 2-0. Good to see Coach Dave Wheeler, football coach, head football coach for Russellville here. And you got to dress warmly if you're here. It is very cold. And he is just motioned to us here to watch the Lady Cyclones. Hopefully going to watch a comeback. Harrison going to stay in Russellville's conference for the next 2 years. We'll lose Greenbrier in these non-football sports, but pick up Farmington. Switch sides, the wind has still been picking up. It'll be at the backs of Russellville. Again, we saw that in the boys' first half where Harrison had the wind at their back, but it died down when it came Russellville's turn. Didn't matter. The Cyclones at the half on the boys' side were up 5-0, ended up winning that game 6-0. Mayana Wood able to play this one down, mishandled it briefly. Allie Barnes playing pretty good defense there, trying to cover 2 people at the same time, bothering him a little bit. Mildred Elias playing that one to M.K. Honoron. Here's Allie Barnes. Pass to Drew Robinson. Getting it ahead off the foot of Liza Parker. Nobody there for Russellville to keep the pressure on. However, the long pass intercepted by Parker. The soccer, they do home and home series. Lady Cyclones will be at Harrison on April the 30th, the next to last game of the season. They'll close out the regular season on May the 3rd. And hopefully a state bid. It's a long shot. 2-hopper to Mayana Wood. The top 4 teams in the 5A West make the state playoffs. Anna with the wind at her back, flipping the field here all the way to Brooklyn Mitchell, the goalkeeper for Harrison. Hot Springs Lakeside will be hosting state this year. Valley View got it last year. They played it at different high schools, though. Of course, theirs and Paragould and Jonesboro and Greene County Tech for that first day. I believe Lakeside's going to try to do it all on 2 fields, their football field, and then they have another soccer field. We're unsure. The nice thing about last year, it was at 4 different football stadiums, so we were able to stream all the games for you. We're not sure. We know the radio coverage will be there on 102.3, but we're unsure about the streaming part. If it's in an open field like they've had at Siloam Springs, it's hit or miss. I remember, I think 2 years ago, El Dorado hosted it, and they had on 3 fields, but 2 were open fields and 1 was a football stadium. So when I say open fields, what I mean is everybody's at eye level. There is no stands, and that's what it was on 2 of the fields at El Dorado. So we can get power out there now. You're basically standing at the corner of the field, and it's really hard for the viewer to see. So we'll see what we're able to do at Lakeside this year. Hopefully we have that problem with 2 teams making it. Drew Robinson passing it ahead out in front. This one's going to roll past the goal line before Russellville can get anywhere near it. Allie Barnes forcing the issue and getting the steal there for Russellville. Harrison will take it back before it can get back to Barnes. Good defense there by Barnes because she helped cause this other turnover. Russellville going to get it on the throw-in. Drew Robinson entering the penalty area. Left-footed shot and met there at the post by the keeper, Mitchell. And did it go past the she didn't catch it cleanly, or she caught it and rolled past the goal line, so a corner kick coming for the Lady Cyclones. Heard the whistle. Instead of kicking it into the penalty area, they'll kick it on the corner there. Here's a long shot tipped in past the goal line on the left side. We'll do it again as it went off of Harrison. This one they will kick toward the penalty area. Header back out by Harrison. Parker plays that back to Drew. Lobs it in the penalty area. Headed a couple times, once by each team. Drew can't grab it. It's kicked back out by Lady Goblins, and the threat for Russellville has ended. Elias there with the steal. Kana Keister. A lot of room here. Liza Parker, long shots caught there. Nicely caught, but I'm just glad that Russellville's getting some opportunities. Past the touch line. Caught there at eye level. Lady Cyclones with the same number of shots on goal here in the second half in these 8.5 minutes as they did the entire first half. Getting some opportunities here. Still trailing 2-0, but feel a bit more optimistic of the way it's been going. And we have a foul called on Harrison. Russellville would have probably rather that foul didn't get called because Russellville had numbers. Cale Rogers, see the ball moving. That's the wind right there. See that? One hopper goes off the goalkeeper and past the goal line. Because she touched it, Russellville will have a corner kick. Lady Cyclones, no corner kicks in the first half. They've had 3 here in the first 10 minutes of the second half. And again, you see the ball moving here. Got to go quick before the wind blows it around. Here's an opening here on the wing. Liza Parker trying to center it. MK Honor on. Lauren Cooter. Cale Rogers can't handle it over on the far side. This is Drew Robinson. Turns towards the goal line. Got some space there. Here's the shot, and it goes over everything. Pass intended for Allie Barnes. Past the goal line once again. Lady Cyclones softball team swept a doubleheader from Alma, 13-0 in the first game, 13-2 in the second game. Second baseball game still going on. Cyclone baseball team won the first one, 15-1. All 3 of those games won by mercy rule, if you want to call it that in baseball. 15 after 3, 10 after 5 is the rule in baseball. Cyclone soccer team, boys soccer, won by sportsmanship rules 6-0 over Harrison. So far, been a pretty good night for Cyclone fans. Trailing this one, though, got some work to do. Free kick coming for Russellville, about 50 yards away. Into the penalty area, one hopper caught by Mitchell. That one played past the touchline. Russellville will get the throw in. We'll do it again. Drew Robinson, pass ahead, slips through the defense there. Russellville didn't realize it. A whistle and foul called, and Harrison fans are wanting a foul called in the penalty box, or the penalty area, so they're wanting a PK. I don't think they're going to get that. I think they can get a foul called on Russellville for a free kick outside the penalty area. But we're waiting on that discussion. And I still don't know what the call is. People on the far side don't know what the call is. Okay, it is a foul call on Russell. Kind of what we thought. Free kick from inside 30 yards. And they're saying stop the clock. When an official crosses his arms like that, he's saying stop the clock. And I think he's either complaining the official is talking to the coach, maybe just kind of giving him a warning, or he's talking to about their fans. Their fans are kind of being vocal on the far side. And the only reason I say maybe the fans, because he didn't pull out a yellow card. He can use a yellow card on the coach. Maybe the assistant coach. He was talking to both coaches over there. Headed back out by Cale Rogers. Whatever they had set up, Russellville played that part nicely. Let's see if they can flip the field here with possession. He got away with a handball there, but the official was behind her. To be fair, didn't have the angle we had. This one sent really high in the air, caught by Mayana Wood. See what she wants to do with it with the wind at her back. Keep this one low. Line drive at the halfway line. Played by Harrison, taken away by Russellville. Trying to get it to Barnes, but it was intercepted before it got to her. Keister deflecting that pass there. LC back to Kana. Nice little move there by Kana. LC, nice move of her own. Got some open space there ahead and too far out in front for Drew. Mitchell able to collect it. She'll roll it to a teammate on the far side. No scoring here in the second half. Harrison leading 2-0. Cale Rogers left foots it past the touchline. We'll have a throw in coming. Goal kick coming for Russellville. Russellville's looked better on offense in this half. No goals to show for it, but they've had more opportunities. More of a command when they've had it, creating some opportunities. That first half was so heavy on Harrison, it almost seemed like they had 4 extra players out on the field. They were able to just dominate where the game was played. Here, Liza Parker, collision there. Not going for the ball there, so Russellville will have a free kick on the 20-yard line, so about 30 yards away. They'll give you some leeway there as long as you're making a play on the ball, but the ball had actually rolled past the defender. That's a Parker's long shot, caught right at eye level by Brooklyn Mitchell, sophomore. I was told it was not the starting keeper on the state championship team from last year, but she's done a really good job tonight. That's her 6th save of shots on goal. Tashlyn Dvorak, Mildred Elias. Here's M.K. Hunter on. Allie Barnes. Allie Barnes with the steal off the throw-in. A little bit behind Lauren there. Kana Keister. Here comes the double team. She'll split the double team with a pass to LC. Barnes back to LC. A little bit behind her. And Kana Keister's shot was deflected by a defender. Harrison does a good job of that. Their defenders will get in the way, sacrificing their body to try to block shots near the penalty area. Lauren Goodman has it taken away by Liani Cash. I'm sure I'm butchering that first name. Tashlyn Dvorak gets the steal. Ahead to Parker. Taken away. Pass was a little bit out in front of Liza. This one, Kane is going to allow to roll past the touch line. Lauren can't get that to Allie, but she's able to get the steal anyway. Back to Kale. Foul called on Russellville there. We'll get a free kick for the Goblins. Lila Jones. He's waiting on a teammate there. Headed straight up in the air by Kel Rogers. Played down by Allie Barnes. Barnes will get it ahead to Keister. Splitting a double team. MK Hunter on. Tried to play it back to Kana, but out in front a little too much. Substitutions now coming in for the Lady Goblins. And for the Lady Cyclones, it's, let's see, number 5, Millie Moretti, Ari Nehus, and did Norskov come in? I thought I saw number 3. Harrison with 1 substitution. Don't have that player on a roster for the Lady Goblins. It's Brennan Steinman. Over now to Barrett. Taken away by Nehus. Drew Robinson. Ahead to Parker. Liza Norskov. Her shot curving a little bit. Tipped and knocked down by Mitchell. And Mitchell might have misplayed that one. She came out of her area a little bit too far as the shot was curving away from her. I don't think she realized how much it was bending. Corner kick for Russellville. Will not play that near the penalty area. Elias is deflected. Liza Parker. Her shot caught by Mitchell. 7 shots on goal, 5 of them here in the second half for Russellville. Lady Cyclones, though, still trailing 2-0. I know the clock's been paused. We've been working on it. We think we have it fixed now, but we got to reset the time. 13:26 is left. believe it's starting to work now. Double team there by Russellville. Ari Nehus. Cale Rogers ahead. Played down by Drew, but just out. In the center circle, Elias taken down. Sorry, it's MK Hunter on. Taken down from behind, so Russellville will have it at the halfway line. And they're going to let Mayana come up and take this with the wind at her back. One hop straight to the goalkeeper. Three substitutions coming in for Russellville at the next chance. Here's a substitution. Allie Barnes back in. Kuchar, number 10 and 11, Lauren Goodman. Checking in for Russellville. Hunter on checks out. Elias checks out. But they'll be back in before this game's completed. Just getting a quick break before the final stretch. So sit into the middle. Could not redirect it enough. You can see the frustration there for Russellville. But even though they haven't scored the first 30 minutes of this second half, Russellville has looked like a different team, creating a lot more opportunities than they did in the first half. And that one off of Russellville past the goal line. They're celebrating the fact that they're going to get a corner kick. This will be their first one of the second half. Played down but not out of the box. Deflected back out. Harrison will have it on the throw in. It'll be Harrison. We'll have it. 8.5 to go. 14 shots for Russellville, 7 on goal, but no goals to show for it. Harrison, 10 shots, 5 on goal, the way the first half went, I'd have been shocked if you'd have told me Russellville would have outshot Harrison for the game, but that's the way it's been for the whole game with 8 minutes left. She's not been able to get anything to go in. There was one that was really close to going in for Russellville. Time's getting short for the Lady Cyclones. They're coming off a loss at Siloam Springs. Saw them lose 6-1. That was on Thursday of last week. They are 3-1 in the conference, third in the 5A West. Harrison is number 1 in the 5A West, undefeated at 5-0. Siloam Springs 4-0. The Lady Cyclones sitting alone in third with a 2-game lead over Greenwood and Greenbrier, who are both 2-3. Lady Cyclones have beaten both of those teams. Alma's at 1-3. Mountain Home and Van Buren are both winless. The Lady Cyclones will play at Van Buren on Friday at 5:15. The boys will play at 7 o'clock. That'll be at Van Buren. And I hope Van Buren streams their games because especially that boys' game is always a good, heated battle. They've had good conference matchups, but Van Buren won the state title over Russellville 3 years ago. 2 years ago, the Cyclones returned the favor, winning the state championship, beating Van Buren. Last year, it was supposed to be a rematch for the third consecutive year, but Van Buren was beaten in the state semifinals by Hot Springs Lakeside. The Cyclones, of course, won the state title, the 7th state title in boys soccer. And Maretti gives it over to Honoron. Played back. Goodman. Pass to open area, but nobody there for Russellville. Harrison will clear it out. Lady Cyclones trying to stay aggressive. Under 6 minutes to go. Lady Cyclones have won state championship in soccer. That came in 2012. What year that was, boys won it the same year. Their first of their 7. Cale Rogers kick this one, played down by Harrison. Nehus. Passes it a little bit behind her teammate. Under 5 to go. Fourth foul called on Russellville there. Now the Cyclone relays here on Thursday. They had the Whirlwind relays last week here at Cyclone Stadium. Lady Cyclones with 14 shots for the game, 8 here in the second half. On a run to Norskov, back to MK. Double team collapses on that pass for the Lady Goblins. Played back by Russellville. Norskov ahead, trying to get it to Drew. It was redirected by Harrison Lady Goblin, who actually crashed into the goalkeeper. They crashed into each other. Both seem to be fine. Corner kick coming for Russellville. They don't kick it into the box. The 18-yard box now, but played immediately back out. A throw-in coming. Russellville trying to go quickly here, but they got substitutions coming in, so we'll have to pause for that. 3 substitutions. Kana Keister, Liza Parker, and Mildred Elias will check in for the Lady Cyclones. Keister will handle the throw-in. MK back to Kana. Pass was a little bit away from Drew. Back and forth. One hopper caught by Mitchell. When she's had to be sure-handed, Brooklyn Mitchell has. I mean, just any kind of mishandled there, it's a loose ball in the 18-yard box. I believe this, Russellville doesn't score here in the final minute. This will be the second time this season that they have been shut out. Heritage shut them out 2-0. Early in the year. They got less than 30 seconds left to do it. Lady Cyclones would rather that foul not have been called. It's a foul called on Harrison. Ended Russellville's chance there. Lady Cyclones lose this one 2-0. Russellville will fall to 6-5 overall, 3-2 in conference play. Still ranked 3rd in the 5A West, but on a 2-game losing streak, they'll look to bounce off of that when they go on the road to Van Buren on Friday. On Friday, Van Buren, it'll be girls action at 5:15. Boys will play at 7 o'clock, even though it's not on the schedule correctly because it's a makeup game. Both your Cyclones and Lady Cyclones will be back at home at Cyclone Stadium on Wednesday, April the 10th, both hosting Alma. Congratulations to the Cyclones. They beat Harrison 6-0. Lady Cyclones fall here by a score of 2-0. Thanks for joining us for Cyclone and Lady Cyclone Soccer.